Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Heather, and we come to you live each and every day, Monday through Thursday, so you can learn about Luminess, what we have to offer, all the ins and outs of Luminess. That's what we're here for. That's what's great about Luminess is we're not like, hey, buy our airbrush system and bye-bye. We're like, hey, buy our airbrush system. Experience the amazing art of airbrushing. Experience the ease of airbrushing. The flawlessness of airbrushing. And so we have videos after videos after videos on how to airbrush. Good morning, Lori. And so we do these lives. We have on Facebook, we also have our Luminess Live that you can talk to a makeup artist. We have phone numbers that you can call, get training over the phone. We give you every opportunity to learn how to airbrush. Bottom line, no, we don't mess around, basically, is what I'm telling you. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Veronica. Veronica's like, Luminess is great. It is. It is really great. I wanted to talk to on this one about like, why is my makeup looking cakey? Airbrush makeup should never look cakey or like traditional makeup. It should never feel wet or sticky. If you are experiencing that, what that means is you're just applying it wrong. So don't be like, oh, this airbrush doesn't work. It does work. It's the person applying it that needs help. And so, if you think about it, we weren't experts the very first time we did traditional makeup. We're not experts the very first time we get behind a wheel of a car. You're not an expert the very first time you throw a ball. And so it does take a little bit of training, but it is super easy. And so we are going to go over that today. So I am going to come in and I'm going to use three. I have been, even though I did have a great tan going on, it has faded a bit. But I'm going to start with the shade 3 because I want to show you the difference in how we spray. And so right now I'm just going to play with it, and I'm not putting my makeup on yet, just so I can show you the difference on the right way to spray and the wrong way, right? It is life-changing. You're right. All right. So I put a few drops of the Airbrush foundation in here. Now, what happens is, traditional makeup, the only thing you know is just traditional makeup up until this point. And so now we're putting it on differently. Not only is this different, but how we go about doing it is also different. And so what ends up happening is when people purchase the system and they get this home and they're like, woohoo, I've got an airbrush. They end up airbrushing like they're putting on traditional makeup, and that's not how it goes on. So when doing it, you do want to keep it 4 finger widths away. You want to keep moving it around, and you can feel that air. I have the air on. Thank you, Veronica. I have that air on, and I can feel where the air goes. Guys, the air is your brush, right? The air is your brush. So wherever you feel the air, that is where the makeup goes. So the other thing, I'm going to hold it 4 finger widths away. I'm going to keep it moving, and I'm going to barely pull down on this trigger. Majority of the people will pull down all the way on that trigger, and that's not what we want. I'm just going to barely pull down on that trigger, okay? You just saw me do that. I'm going to take this white, and look, nothing, okay? That's the correct way to do it. That is, we're putting it on light enough where it's not going to be wet or sticky. Now, am I going to want more coverage than this? Yeah. Coverage is made by light passes. So we would keep making those passes around the face until we get the coverage that we want. If you put it on where maybe you're the right distance away, but maybe you're pulling down too hard on the trigger, maybe not moving because maybe you're trying to do it like traditional makeup. And you're trying to put it on like that. Make it feel so weird. And then look at that. And it comes right off. Like, that's why it's sticky. I can feel it. A lot of times people think, oh, I have the wrong color. You don't have the wrong color. You're just applying it incorrectly. Okay? Now, let me kind of wipe that off. It even felt gross. I was like, ugh. I don't have any wipes either. All right. So, know that when going in, like, hey, okay, this is how it should look. This is how it should feel. If at first, like, it looks okay, but it does feel a little wet, that's okay. Airbrush makeup is very forgiving. And so just take your finger off the trigger and use the air to dry it. But the passes, all that stuff are going to be light passes. And so even though I'm a little bit lighter than that 5, I can kind of get away with it because of how it goes on. And that's what I'm telling you guys. It is very forgiving, right? Okay, so I just put, and this is still a little too dark for me, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply some glow because I'm going to do glow underneath my eyes. I don't have to wipe this off. Put my glue on. Put my glue on. Spray it under my eyes. I start movement first. And watch what I'm doing, guys. So this is the side that was a little bit darker. I'm not having to wipe it off. I'm just going to go over it with the glow a little bit to kind of lighten it. I can even do it on my lids. Go back underneath my eyes. And see how it's starting to lighten underneath my eyes, but you don't see the demarcation line. You don't see where that light starts and the foundation begins. It blends. It's going to blend everything in for you. Oh. Uh-oh, I need to charge it. See if we can get a little bit more out. All right, and that's all I need on the foundation. I am going to stop this real quick just so I'm hoping I can put on some blush real quick, so I'm going to let that rest for a second. I'm going to take my Nude and Naughty palette. Guys, if you don't have this, you need it because it has like 36 different eyeshadows. Great for every aspect of getting ready. Like, you can use it to fill in your brows. You can use it to give it a shine. You can use it for some drama. You can use it for a natural look. It doesn't matter. It's going to give you everything. I am going to go in and do a little bit of some shimmer just in the high brow bone area. Very light. Bringing it down. And then I'll go right here for some shimmer just right on the inside. And then I always use the same colors. Let's use this blue. We haven't used the blue in a long time. And I have a little bit of blue in my shirt. I have every color in my shirt, I think. All right. And so now I'm just going to go in. And just in that crease, I'm going to start kind of close together, and then I can see if I want to bring it over more. So right now you can see that harsh line. I don't care right now because I'm not finished blending. So I'm basically just kind of getting it on. I can take another paper towel or tissue, and then I'm just going to kind of wipe that with my brush to get the extra off. And then now I can blend it. go back and forth. And depending on your eye shape is like how far you want to go over. Remember that darkness is going to close up and light will open. So if you have smaller eyes, then we don't want to put a lot of dark on the inside. If you have hooded eyes, you can bring it up a little bit more closer to that brow bone. Okay, now we can also see how they're uneven. So I'll go back. Now this was, I kind of want to tame it down a little bit. So all I have to do, again, you don't have to start over. All I have to do is go in with a neutral color, like a flesh color, and I can go over it to tone to blend that out. That's sometimes it's good. When I first, you know, makeup, we know that makeup changes all the time. When I first started, I would do one color all over the lid, then do a color here, and then one in my crease. I've now gotten into the habit of doing maybe one color all over a neutral color and then starting in the crease, because that way I can, if I get that crease too much, too heavy, I can soften it with an all over color or that middle color. So now it looks even more blended and it kind of flows better, if that makes sense. So I am going to line with the blue. Just right underneath my eye. You know, I love lining with eyeshadow. Just like so. And then just to make sure that I don't have any fallout, especially with the blue, this is the brush that I have only powder on. And so I'm just going to lightly sweep underneath to make sure that, that I don't have any fallout. Okay. Veronica says she has hooded eyes, so she has, you do. I mean, and that's a one good thing, like to put it on and then kind of look in the mirror and see what you can see with your eyes open, right? It's important. You may not have had hooded eyes all your life and just now, like me, becoming hooded eyes. And that happens. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of blush before my airbrush dies. With the blush, guys, if you've seen one of these, you've heard me talk about our blush. Our blush is what? Super high pigmented. And a little bit goes a very long way. So we don't want to overdo it. We don't want to, if you put more than 2 drops, chances are you're going to look crazy. And so I'm going to stop you from that. So hopefully you won't look crazy. I'm afraid to get in there. I need a sharpener, and it's near the, oh, do I not have a sharpener? Where are my sharpeners? I thought I had a sharpener. Okay, I guess I don't. I guess I don't. And I'm out of, you know what one. So I'm gonna have to use a super pink one, and I didn't really want to use a super pink lip liner, but we'll do it. I'll bite the bullet till I can get a sharpener. I thought I had one here. Who knows? I didn't want to wear super, super bright because of my shirt's already bright. But we can always make changes. Okay, we'll have that. And then maybe able to get a little bit of toning it down out of that. And then I'm going to put a gloss on. Like that. And then I'm going to do mascara. This, guys, is going to be life-changing. We know, and we are working on the mascara, guys. We are working on getting that back. Mascara makes a big difference. I think that's why I like lash extensions so much, because you don't have to put on mascara and you just wake up like you have these long, beautiful lashes. And I wish I could just do that if I wasn't allergic to it. When you're younger, you get used. Veronica says, when you are younger, you get used to doing one way, and then you have to learn another way to do your makeup. That's like airbrush and regular liquid makeup. You learn to do it another way, which is awesome. Love that, Veronica. So true. And that, I mean, that's true in multiple ways, because like if you're still doing the same makeup that you did in high school and you're way past high school, chances are you need to change it up. And then we did traditional makeup. Now we're doing airbrush, so it is different. I mean, guys, look at that. Look how much mascara makes a difference. It just finishes the look. It like completes it. You complete me. It's hard to talk when you're doing mascara. I have to do the mascara look, right? You have to go. And there we go. Voila. Easy breezy, guys. Easy breezy. So if you are new to airbrushing, guys, and it is too too sticky or thick or cakey when you first put it on, just know that you're doing it wrong. Flat out. I'm not sugarcoating it. But know that it's fixable. It is fixable. It is not like, it's not like putting makeup on with your right hand and having to learn to put it with your left hand. It's nothing like that. It's just little tweaks that you need to do, like not pulling down on the trigger, making sure you're that safe, you know, that 4 finger widths away, making sure you keep moving. Practice with just the air. Wherever you feel the air, that is where your makeup's going. Easy. You should be able to get to the point where you can put on a full face of makeup with less than 8 drops total, less than 8 drops total. So I promise, guys, you can do it. It's just going to take some practice. Every time you have this in your hand, you're learning. Okay. You're learning. So don't give up. We're here for you. Go to Luminous Live on Facebook. Talk to Dorothy. She'll help you. Come here. We'll help you. Any questions you have, you reach out and we are here for you. All right. All right, guys, have a great Monday. Great to see everybody. And we'll see you back tomorrow. We're here Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Bye for now.